When privilege meets brutality, some people are forgiven for everything. Some people, no matter what they do, escape punishment because charm, beauty, or family connection shield them. But what happens when that protection disappears? When the world finally demands justice? In Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie's Cell 1, we follow Namabia, a young man whose confidence has always been untouchable until a single mistake puts him in a Nigeria prison cell and suddenly nothing can save him. Stay with me because this story is more than a cautionary tale. It's a journey into privilege, a journey into the world of corruption, a journey into fear and the fragile line between power and helplessness. Namabia is the kind of young man who makes everyone around him sigh. He is handsome, reckless, and effortlessly charming. He never really faces consequences. To begin with, at home, his mother smooths over every mistake. At school, teachers and friends look the other way. And his sister, who is our narrator, cannot help but notice the unfairness. Because in a world, she's expected to be careful, proper, responsible, and punished for any slip. But Namabia, hell no. He has always been untouchable until that day. It begins on an ordinary evening. Namabia, perhaps careless, perhaps just unlucky, is caught in a police raid on campus. His friends scatter. His parents are distant and he's lastly thrown into cell 1. And this is where the world he knows that is a charming world of influence and comfort, simply vanishes. Cell 1 is a small, dark, suffocating room filled with men who have no voice, no dignity, and no hope. The walls smell of sweat and fear. The prisoners move quietly, their eyes worry, bodies tense. And for Namabia, it is the first time he feels powerless. No one is looking out for him here. No charm, no connections. Nothing can stop what is about to happen. He hears the beating before he feels it. The guards are heavy-handed, ruthless and unaccountable. They hit, they shout, they humiliate. Namabia experiences fear in its purest form. That is fear of pain, fear of silence, fear of being invisible. He is no longer a young man who is always forgiven. No, he is a human being exposed to the raw, ugly edge of justice and injustice all at the same time. Outside the cell, his family moves swiftly. Bribes are exchanged, connections are called in. His parents whisper, plead, and maneuver behind the scenes. Justice, it seems, is negotiable, and wealth and influence are the currency. But inside, Namabia has already learned a lesson that money cannot buy. That is, he's learned about humility, vulnerability, and fear. Our narrator watches silently. She notes the injustice, the irony, and the gender divide. She observes a world where charm and connection bend the law, where some are untouchable while others are crushed for minor mistakes. And yet, she cannot look away, cannot stop thinking. That is, what if this privilege was stripped from? What if this privilege was stripped from everyone? What would remain? Namabia emerges from the cell, freed by money, yes, but forever marked by the experience. A young man who once laughed at rules now understands that the world can be merciless. And we, as readers, are left reflecting and asking ourselves, who really pays the price for recklessness and who merely escapes? Cell 1 is not just about prison, punishment, or corruption. It's about humanity, it's about fairness, and the fragile nature of power. It asks us to look at the world around us at who is forgiven and who is punished and why it happens. It is a story of contrasts, that is, power versus vulnerability, privilege versus justice, and charm versus accountability. And in Namabia's journey, we see ourselves, we see our society, and the uncomfortable truths we often ignore. If this story gripped you, lingered in your thoughts, or made you question fairness, like this video, subscribe to Top Reads Reviews, and share your reflections in the comment section. I want to know what you would do if you were Namabia, and which story should we explore next. Your choice might guide our next journey into the world of The Thing Around Your Neck by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Thank you and bye bye for now.